Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Daily Fix. I am your usual host and presenter, Advocate Tuloya. This morning we look forward to the prosecution kickstarting that application wherein they are seeking the court to bar Gwabeni or the testimony of Gwabeni from being led in court. And you'll also see a spirited and a very, robust counter application by the defense to say, no, Gwabeni's evidence must be led because it is relevant for these proceedings. Now, let us look at the implications. Either way, if the court rejects that application by the prosecution, that will go to the very heart of the prosecution case. It will go to the very root of docket 636. Because the evidence of Gwabeni, which the defense intends to lead, is a direct attack on the evidence of Constable Zungu. You see, the evidence of Constable Zungu are built around the fact that there were intruders into that house and the identification of who those intruders are. That is crucial to the case unfolding in the Pretoria High Court. The case based on docket 36, the intruder theory case. Now, Gwabeni is coming forward to tell his side of the story. But in effect, or the upshot of Gwabeni's evidence is that 636 is a fabrication. And let me, unbundle all this for you. 636 is based on the theory that there were intruders into that house and that those intruders are some of the accused persons sitting in the Pretoria High Court, and that there are others are guilty by way of the doctrine of common peoples. So, Gwabeni, Constable Zungu rather, testified about what happened at the Basotho Hostel on the 26th of October 2014 by way of drawing in at least accused number 1 and 2 as having been present at the Basotho Hostel, in fact together with the others. So that is what the thrust of Zungu's evidence is all about. So with that evidence of what transpired at the Basotho Hostel, Zungu then makes a direct link with the killing of Senzo MEYIWA. Remember the facts around, the accused leaving at some stage and coming back much later looking confused and disturbed. So that is the sort of evidence that Constable Zungu has led before the Pretoria High Court. That is how he seeks to connect the accused persons with the killing of Senzo MEYIWA. Now, that evidence by Constable Zungu stands alone and is uncorroborated. It is totally uncorroborated because, to start with, Absalom Zungu, who could have also provided some corroboration to that, in that he had something, or was told something by Mbekizeni Zungu about what had transpired at the Basotho hostel. You see, that could have provided some kind of corroboration. But Absalom Zungu and Mbekizeni Zungu, all that story is not only a forgery, but it is triple hearsay evidence, which can never serve, never serve to corroborate the evidence of Constable Zungu. So, who do we have left in this scenario? The only other person who could corroborate what Constable Zungu told the Pretoria High Court would possibly have been Gwabeni. Gwabeni will do no such thing. He has told the prosecution in no uncertain terms that he will never testify for them. This is now why he's fighting out of the corner of the defense. So Constable Zungu's evidence as to what transpired at the Basotho hostel on the 26th of October 2014 has no corroboration from anybody, because Gwabeni was the last hope that the prosecution had or was going to rely upon to provide some corroboration. As things turn out, that was not to be. So, if the evidence of Gwabeni unfolds before the Pretoria High Court, it is in effect a denial and will completely rubbish this intruder theory. Because then there will be no intruders meeting, there will be no so-called intruders meeting at the Basotho hostel. And Constable Zungu will be exposed for the lie that he is. So this is why I'm saying the evidence of Gwabeni is also a direct attack on the theory that there were intruders into that house. And at this stage, we see the prosecution case begin to crumble. I said in an earlier episode last week that the prosecution case is in intensive care. And Gwabeni was supposed to be, the doctor that was going to do all those miracles, to do something. But Gwabeni just came along to rub salt into the wound. So as we brace ourselves for this application, it will be interesting to see how Baloyi argues the relevance of Gwabeni's evidence and how the defense argues the relevance of that evidence and what ruling the court comes to. So if the proceedings are disposed of today or partly, in a later edition as usual, I'll bring you an update of what is going on in the Pretoria High Court. Having said that, let me thank you for watching this video. Let me thank you for all the views, likes, and subscriptions and shares that I'm seeing. And have a wonderful, wonderful day.